Hello everyone. So patch 2 dropped yesterday and it's a big one. I had just posted a 3-part guide on controller for people getting it for PS5. I want to make sure that you guys get the updated information and hopefully show some of the differences firsthand before release. In broad strokes, patch 2 added content for Karlach, an additional scene and some added moments. I will not say more on this as to not spoil anything. Also, I have not yet finished the game myself, so I wanted to be careful for spoilers. Then something that really excited me was the addition of Wither's Wardrobe of Wayward friends. You can now dismiss co-op members from your campaign. Before you couldn't after split screen or after multiplayer if you played with friends. If you want to play solo after co-op, they would just follow you like mindless NPCs. Still fighting but not interacting and taking away a spot for an NPC party member to go with you. So the way they fixed it is to put them in the closet. I think it's absolutely hilarious and well done, Larian, for this one. The list goes on with more combat balancing, more fixes and significant performance improvement, which was apparently a bigger problem in Act 3. I am currently on Act 2 myself and smooth sailing so far, but that's really good news as well. I wanted to focus this video mainly on the changes to controller, and this is great news for PS5 and Steam Deck users as well. It's an extensive list of changes and I marked the most important ones and some that stood out to me. A lot of these include visual improvements to the UI and fixes, so let's get over some of these and look at them in game. The first thing I noticed when opening the shortcut menu is that they added fast traveling to it, so that's now a smoother way to get to this option quicker. While we're looking at the shortcut menu, I can also confirm we can ping. I am not sure if this is new, but I couldn't find it before and it is a question I have received multiple times. To do this you need to be in multiplayer when pulling the R2 trigger to bring up the shortcut menu. There's now the option to pull the L2 trigger and select a location to ping. I am very glad it's there, and I hope it proves helpful for people who are looking for this one. Then up next, I had a look at the inventory. They added some filters here where you can search for item rarity, very nice. They also added here so you can see which items your character has equipped with a different color from your party members while trying to equip something. Again, great addition to make things more intuitive. I noticed some minor changes in the reaction screen, so we can now still get the information what a reaction does when it's deactivated, so it kind of makes sense now. Then I read that they fixed some things about the search function, so I decided to have a look at it myself. Before, when opening search and going to loot a container somewhat further away made the list disappear of the items you ran out of range of, and I am glad to report this is now fixed. So I can just easily keep going down the list until everything is looted. And they added information about the state of containers to the active search menu. Then I decided to try some combat, but before that I figured I would have a look at the radial menus. And I don't know what I'm missing here, but I didn't notice much changes here. I will go over some interesting patch notes on this one though. So apparently they limited the amount of radial menus now, but I still could make a lot of them. I guess I've never tried to push it to the maximum before. They added more detailed warning messages on controller to indicate why you can't perform a certain spell or action. Spell variants will now be placed at the top of the action radial menu instead of in the next available free slot, making it more consistent and user-friendly. I am not entirely sure what they're getting at here, but sounds great. Added shortcut prompts to the jump and hide actions on the action radial menu. I believe jump was already there. I am certain I used it to do it in bear form before from action wheel, but still great stuff. So in combat, some things I can report on. The UI to start with. They made improvements to the action resource bar, such as position and color changes. Also reworked the movement indicator to account for larger numbers and increased icon width to avoid stretching. Improved readability in the combat log by reducing empty space and tightening up the list. This one was noticeable for me, definitely. They added surface information to the cursor on controller. They added a new overlay for surfaces when D-pad is pressed down so you can read what it does. I am really happy with this one. It's an awesome addition for the controller. I noticed after combat and camp while shapeshifting out of bear that my view was very dim and I had this vignetting, and I was really wondering what was wrong with me, but they added this so it's more obvious if you are in low health, because my vision returned to me when healing. It's nice to have these added visual cues for sure. Then I wanted to try the changes to the split screen, so I can confirm I can put my character in the closet after I left player 2. I absolutely love this. I had a question pertaining how to divide party members in split screen mode, and I will run you through the steps here real quick while we're talking about split screen. You can press the options button on player 1 to go to the menu, then select multiplayer, and here you can select a character with X and move the party member over with the left stick. Then you can group party members together on player 2 with L2 and then pushing square. So I can now leave with Astarion here while I take some rest in the camp. I am not sure if there were issues with this before since I had never tried this, or if they just added this, but just to answer your question, and I hope it's helpful. To round up, they also mentioned some changes to character creation with controller. So they added these grid icons so it shows you can press X and select skin color, for example. So I think these are the main things I noticed looking at patch 2 for the controller. The game feels and looks more polished, even I can't always put my finger on it sometimes. But they have definitely made it more tidy. Besides from the obvious improvements like inventory management, surface information in combat, and they fixed the search function, I am really glad about. Can this game even get more awesome, I wonder? I know some of you are getting their hands on the PS5 version tomorrow with the digital deluxe version. I want to wish those people a lot of luck on their adventure and may the dice favor you all. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.